Oh, man. Sorry, James. I told you I'd have it done in like half an hour. It took me like 2 hours to do it. I'm sorry. I'm not as good as I thought I was. All right. Well, hopefully you join me while.
Hey, John.
Oh, you're there. Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
I'm sorry it took me so long.
No worries. I mean, those videos are a lot longer than I thought.
All right. So I submitted 17. Let me click on your name here. I submitted 17, and I got access to Mini Project 9, so I just opened it up. You said you've already done it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me open my instruction sheet up just so I can look at it while I'm kind of explaining things. Let's see. Excuse me.
I unclicked
Mini.
your name. Are you only seeing my screen when you hear my voice, or is it staying on there the whole time?
No, it's your screen. You're sharing your screen right now.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, are you where you at? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I haven't read further into it. I just saw the first couple steps where it said first name and last name and social security number. That's what I was just typing in.
Did you download the stuff already? The workbook that you're going to be using?
Yeah, I got the Mini Project 9 workbook open. I just saw the I started typing in the last name and first name columns, but I hadn't read
Okay.
step 1 yet.
Okay. So should we just read it, and then follow along with it? Because it's really, in my opinion, it's actually pretty simple. There's a couple of equations in there that you can make really, really complicated, or you can make them really simple. It's just your how you want to do it, you know. Anyways, so I'm just gonna kind of explain to you. No, let's just read it. Let's just read it. Okay. Do you want to read it, or do you want me to? Well, actually, did you want to start with a prayer?
Yeah, let's do that. Let me ask you to
Okay.
offer prayer.
Yeah, I will. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Our Father in heaven, we are grateful for this day and for our health and for our knowledge. Father, we pray at this time that as we open this meeting, that we will be able to edify and uplift one another, be able to help each other understand the principles in which we have learned so far this week in this class, that we can be able to remember the things that we do and be able to go through it smoothly. Father, we pray that we might have the Spirit with us to be able to help store this knowledge in our minds, that we might be able to withdraw it when needed. Father, we love thee and ask for these things in the name of thy Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I will go ahead and screen share your. Go ahead
Okay.
and screen share your screen. I don't really like it where we click back, our faces click back and forth. So I'm gonna click on your name so it just shows me your screen the whole time.
Yeah. Is that just my screen?
Yeah, just your screen. It's infinity right now.
Okay.
There you go.
Alrighty. Thanks for all of your hard work. HR needs our help. They have just installed a new software program and need to upload employee information into the program. They have provided the information for each employee in sheet 1 in the attached spreadsheet. However, the format is not correct for the upload. We need to modify the data and add some data so it will upload properly. Sheet 2 of the spreadsheet needs to be created and set up in the format described below. You need to get the information from sheet 1 into the proper format in sheet 2. Please note that you're required to use cell formulas and or text to columns for all the steps in this project. You are not allowed to simply type the data into the cells. Here's what we need in each column of sheet 2 for each employee. So columns A and B. So if you want to just do this as you hear me read it out, you're just going to make the columns like you see here: last name, first name, last 4 of social security number, hire date, years with company, tenure, insurance plan, city, state, zip, and then phone number.
We're just typing this in. We're not like copying it. Okay.
Yeah, so we're just typing those into the headings there.
All right, I got last name, first name. Do me a favor, since I'm not watching, clicking back and forth. Can you read them to me again slowly? Either first name, last name.
Okay, so column A is last name. Column B is first name. Column C is last 4 digits of their social security number. So what I put is last 4 of SS number.
Yeah.
Column D is hire date.
Hire H-I-G-H.
Hire date. Hiredate. Yeah. Column E says to calculate the number of years to 1 decimal point or nearest tenth of a year with the company as of the day the Excel file is being used. So this one I just put number of years. So years with company. So in column E. Yeah. The title for column E is going to be years with company. Column F is going to be tenure. So that's going to be the title for column F.
I'm sorry, is tenure spelled T-E-N-Y-E-A-R?
Yeah, that's just what I put, because here it just asks for employees that have been there for 10 years or longer. So, and actually I had 10 years, so that's what I'm going to leave that as 10 years. I'm going to change mine to the number 10 instead. That way it looks better. There we go. So column G is going to be insurance plan. Column H is going to be city. Column I is going to be state. Column J is going to be zip. And column K is going to be phone number. Let me know if I'm going too fast.
No, you're not.
So do you have all those columns labeled?
Yep, I just did it. I just got them all. All right.
Okay. So now it says we're also going to need the area codes to be added to the phone numbers in column K. So what I did is in the raw data sheet, if you look at mine, I kind of added a couple extra stuff in mine. So if you want to look at mine.
Okay, I'm looking again. Say it again now.
You're looking now?
Raw data sheet. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so this is my raw data sheet. So what I did was I actually created a little chart here to kind of explain what each of the different things were. Right?
I'm always afraid of typing stuff in that top 2 rows next to the honor pledge thing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I see that everything's like formatted to be white, so I'm afraid writing stuff up there tampers with it. But I guess
no, yeah, you just can't write in the red.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, so if you want to just do something like this is just a key, so that way you can refer to it later when you're doing all the other information. So for instance, I did Rexburg is 208, Colorado Springs is 719. And then I put the insurance plans here. So the insurance plans is employee only, employee plus spouse, family. And actually, what I would do if I were you, I would actually move these over one, and then add numbers next to them. Well, maybe not next to them. If you make it into a here, let me do it this way. See, mine I didn't do it this way, but I thought of an easier way to do it after I already did it. So what I would do if I were you, is underneath employee only put 1, employee plus spouse put 2, employee or family put 3, like that. Because then you can use a VLOOKUP formula for all this stuff later. Or an HLOOKUP, actually. It's an HLOOKUP formula.
Okay.
And then for the retirement plan, it's gonna be the same thing. I made my screen really big, so you can actually just do this and move. So in that way, it's all on the same page.
Okay, no, I haven't read further than the first couple of steps. What you're doing right now is making just a reference key for yourself, or is that a new new way of doing columns for future calculations?
This is just for when you do one of the steps, it asks you to use information like this. So
okay.
Right now I'm making references for those equations. That makes sense?
Okay.
So that way when I need the equations to be completed, all I have to do is do a VLOOKUP or an HLOOKUP to find it. Okay, so now we have our raw data. What I did is I actually went through and I fixed all this information because there's double spaces and stuff like that in all of the work locations and names. And so you're going to want to highlight everything. And then you're going to do a replace function. And so what I did was I just did, like, if there's double space, I just hit my spacebar twice for the find what, and then below I put replace with a single space, and then hit replace, and then it replaces. See, it's already done, so it doesn't need to worry about it. But it replaces all of those double spaces with single spaces, so that way when I use my formula later to look at the information, I don't have a confusion because some of them have double spaces. And then you're going to do the same thing with the work location. I think here, you know what? Why don't you share your screen right now so I can kind of walk you through some of these steps.
Okay.
So that way I can, yeah.
All right. Here's the top column of names we just typed in.
And so go to sheet 1.
All right.
Did you fix all the names yet or no?
I didn't replace the double spaces yet.
Yeah.
Watching.
So do the replace.
Was that Control F?
Control F. Yeah, and then go to replace.
All right, replace.
Mine for some reason doesn't work when I do Control F, so I have to do it different. But replace all 47 replacements. Perfect.
All right, now do I have to do this with other columns too? You think?
You're gonna want to do it to the address. Oh, and actually, you got to change Rigby to Rexburg. So hit close. So now highlight all of the addresses.
Just the addresses, not the whole column, right?
There we go. Yeah. So now you're gonna do another find and replace. So Control F.
Is messed something up. Hold on. I was thinking like a text file. I was hitting Control R. All right, so what am I'm changing Rexburg to something?
You're gonna change Rigby to Rexburg.
Rigby's Rigby, right?
Yeah, and then just under replace with, you're gonna put Rexburg. Oh, what's I gonna do?
All
okay,
right.
replace all. Boom. Cool. And then now you're going to do another one with the spaces. So what I would do if I were you is I would actually eliminate all of the spaces. So
on just this column, what do we?
Just the work locations. Yeah.
So I'm replacing what with what?
So just do. So it's going to be. You're going to do a comma space for find what. Comma space. Okay, and then for below, just put a comma.
All right.
And then replace all. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. And then close that. And now what you're going to do is go to your data tab and then do text to columns.
For this column, for the addresses?
Correct. And you're going to do delimited and then separated by commas.
I should
Perfect.
deselect tab, correct?
I don't think it really matters.
Okay,
but,
I got a comma in there.
Okay. And then hit next. Then you got to select the location where you want it to go.
Where am I going to put it?
I just put it right next to the phone number. So right there. Yeah. And then enter. Perfect. So now you can just widen your column so that way you can see everything properly. Cool. So the reason why I got rid of the comma space instead was because if you just try to do it with the space, then Colorado Springs would get messed up. But if you have comma space, then it gets rid of the space between the comma and then you can just do the delimitation through comma. Because if you try to do it through comma and space, then it would separate Colorado Springs into two columns too.
Yeah, I remember from the video.
Yeah. Okay. So now,
am I share screen or are you? I forgot. Am I on share screen?
Yeah, you're still sharing the screen. So you're going to do that again though. You want to do that with the first and last names as well. So same thing.
Wait, are we talking about sheet 2? Oh, no, we're not. We're talking about.
So actually, what you can do is you can copy that whole column and then paste it on a sheet 2, and then Yeah. Paste it and then do data, go to the data to the text to columns.
Oops, wait a second. I'm making it big by accident here.
And then do the same thing you did just with the, so do comma and space. There we go. And then select box A2, cell A2. Enter. Cool. So now you have your last name, first name separated, and now you can actually erase all that data to the right. You can erase all that from column M. Okay. So now you can actually just copy and paste the city and state and zip code over to.
Oh, you mean these guys right here, right?
Yeah, just or cut it. Do control X.
Control. You mean yeah, select the whole column first, right?
Yeah, select the whole column first, and then do
Yeah.
Control Alt X,
Okay.
and then
Now should I
click on
H?
H. You're gonna want to put it on H. So just select H and then hit Control V or paste it. Yeah, there you go. So now that's all done. Pretty cool. Super fast.
All right, cool.
So now go back to your sheet one. Now you want to here. Let's read the instructions again, so that way. So now we're gonna go to column E, or actually, let's do column C. So it's last four digits of their social security number. So on sheet two, you're gonna click in that cell there and do an equation. So do equals, and then right. And now you're gonna go select the social security over there. So B4, and then comma, and then 4.
I select the whole file, whole column.
Just one, and then comma 4.
And parentheses.
Yep. Enter. Okay, and now you can drag that down. There we go. So that's done. So now for the hire date, you can just do the same thing. Or I guess you wouldn't even have to do that. You can just do equals and then select the hire date over there. And then just drag it down. There we go. Now, number of years with the company. So this one, what you're going to do is you're going to do a simple equation. It's going to be equals today, parentheses, minus hire date divided by 365. You gotta get rid of that space there.
There's no space supposed to be there. Wait a second.
There we go. Yeah, you accidentally put a space between the parentheses, between the today and the parenthesis. There we go.
Not supposed to have that. Okay.
Okay, so now you're going to do minus the hire date. So just click on the cell next to it. And then actually, you're going to want to put parentheses around the whole thing. So put parentheses around from today to D2. Sorry, I should have told you that sooner. So
parentheses around today first.
Yeah, today to D2. Yeah. and then you're going to divide everything by 365.
I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna forget this. From my own knowledge. All right, so
Enter.
the company.
So this is just,
number of years.
what was that?
Number of years of the company is today's date minus the higher date. All that time divided by 365. Okay.
Correct. So now you're just going to change that number format to number instead of date.
Yeah, I think I made a
on the home
mistake.
tab.
It can't be 1900.
No, it is. Trust me.
Okay, I changed it. What's the format I'm changing it to?
Because it's going to be 23 years. So you're going to change it to general. Okay, and then you can just get rid of everything after the. I think, yeah. Right? 1 decimal point. So there we go. So now you can drag that formula down. Boom. So that's how many years they've been here. So they've been with the company for 23.4 years.
That's Amber Ambrose. Okay.
So now this one's just going to be a greater than or, yeah.
Oh, let me wrap my mind around this. Today's date minus January 6th of 1985. That's got to be about 20-something years. Well, yeah, 20-something years. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
23 years and a couple months.
That's actually pretty close to the day I broke my neck. I've been in the chair for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang. How'd you break your neck?
I was in a car accident.
That's too bad.
No problem. All right, so for the 10-year, how do we calculate the 10-year?
So the 10-year, this is just, you're going to do a simple equation of greater than or less than 10. So so it's going to be an if function, if, parenthesis, and then select that one is equal to or greater than. So put an equal sign, okay, and then
greater than equal, like greater than first.
What was that?
Shouldn't
it doesn't matter, I don't think.
Okay.
And then 10. Comma y, or quotation y, quotation, and then comma quotation f, quotation, end parenthesis. Enter. Okay. So now you can drag that down.
What does that stand for?
So that's it's asking you if they've been with the company for more than 10 years. And it's a Y for yes, they've been with the company for more than 10 years. And oh, I guess it should be go to change it to N instead of F. I don't know why I said F.
That's why I was asking.
I'm just thinking false. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So now you can drag it down. Okay. So if you look, all the ones that are 10 or over have a Y. All the ones that are less than 10 have a no.
Yeah.
Okay, so now for the insurance, this is where you need to build your other little HLOOKUP chart. So go to sheet 1. So what I did was right above insurance plan, I just wrote insurance plan, and then I put, no, do D1, do cell D1, right? Insurance plan and cell D1. You're gonna want to change all of the, obviously the font.
I type it in, it comes up white, so I can't see.
Yeah, so just change the font color. you're gonna want to change it for actually both the top two rows. Don't do it that way though. Just go from D over. There we go. And just yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so then next to insurance plan, you're gonna write employee only.
All right.
And then F is going to be in F1. It's going to be employee space plus space spouse. Gosh, I can't talk. And then the next cell is going to be family.
Right?
Yeah, employee plus spouse. And then G1 is going to be family. Okay, and then underneath them, underneath employee only, you're going to type 1, and then underneath employee plus spouse is going to be 2, and then family is going to be 3. Perfect. Right. So now, this is what you're going to do. You're going to look up. Geez, this is where my equation got crazy. Let's see. I don't want to do higher date. Let's see. Okay, let me just explain to you how I did this, because this is a really complicated equation. So continue to, you can, or actually, yeah, I'm just going to go to mine, and then I'm going to read you the formula, and you can type it into yours as I read it.
All right, I'll do that.
And then just keep sharing your screen so I can see to compare the equations.
So where am I going? Where am I typing this formula in at?
So go into sheet 2.
Yeah.
Okay, right where you're at, under insurance.
All right. Okay.
This is a pretty fun equation. So it's going to be an if formula. So if parenthesis, and then from your sheet 1, D4 equals equals let's see. Jeez.
I think I messed up changing sheets. If D4 equals.
If D4 equals. Let's see. Did I hide that? Oh, okay. Okay. So, all right. So you're going to do if D4 equals, and then you're going to click on your sheet 1 again, and then click on the employee. So go up where we just made that little spreadsheet at the very top on sheet 1.
Okay.
So where it says employee, next to, or I guess where it says employee only, right above work location, in cell E1.
Not this one, but the one above it.
Yeah, and then you're gonna want to lock that.
Locked.
Okay. So then you're going to put comma. And then you're going to hit the 1 underneath it. Okay. And then lock that one. And then you're gonna put another comma, and then do an if formula again.
I just don't type any parentheses. Just if.
Yeah, and then now parentheses. So now you're gonna do the same thing. Click the family under insurance plan. Right there, yeah, just to the left on D. It's gonna be D4 again.
All right.
Equals. And then instead of E1, you're going to do F1. And then lock that F1. Comma. And then the 2 underneath it, and then lock it.
All right.
Okay. Comma. And then if formula again. And then you're going to do that D4 again.
The family
Equals. And then click on the family. And then lock that.
G1, you mean?
Yeah. Sorry, you're going toward it, so I automatically just set it. Lock that one. And then comma. And then click on the 3 below it. And then lock it.
All right.
Comma. And then false. End parenthesis.
All right.
And then I think you have to do 2 more parentheses. Okay, and then now hit enter. Boom. Now drag that one down.
All right, now I'm gonna have to watch this video to internalize what it was you just told.
I know, that was a lot.
It was.
Just wait until we get to the phone number.
Yeah. So that was the purpose of the little key on the first sheet.
Oh, you are going to be so excited to see my next equation.
Phone numbers now?
So yeah, we're on the phone number now. So now go back to sheet 1. Okay, and then next on in H1, put Colorado Springs. Make sure you spell it correctly. And then below it, put Rexburg. And then in I1, you're going to put 719. And then in I2, you're going to put 208. Excuse me.
In I1, put 719.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom one, what are we putting? For I2, what's the numbers?
208.
All right. You know anybody with those area codes?
Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Take your time, man.
I'm just changing my equation to what yours was. For my for your last crazy equation that you just did. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen real quick because you're going to get a kick out of this. Oh, you're going to get a kick out of this. Look at my equation bar.
Hold on a second. You know how to hide this little key? It has the
What was that?
on my Google's Hangout thing. I got this key that says like microphone, camera, and everything. It's kind of,
Oh, I don't think you can hide that. Is it blocking the...
I'm showing the eternal, like the picture's blown away. You and me are both doing the same thing. Go ahead and click on your spreadsheet. There you go.
Can you see my formula?
I can see concatenate left. Yeah, I can see it's a big long one. Now,
Yeah.
can you use the and symbol for instead of the concatenate?
Yeah. You can. The only thing is if you I don't, you know what? I think you can, but honestly, I like the concatenate better.
Well, walk me backwards through this. You get all these interwoven formulas into one big formula. Is it how did
Yeah.
you wind up putting it all in one great big formula?
So
Referencing other cells?
yeah, I actually did it for all of this. So if you look, all my other ones are pretty complex too. They're not nearly as complex as that one, but yeah, they're definitely all fun. So what it is you're gonna do a let's see, left. Hold on.
Ouch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, this is what I'm doing here is I'm doing a this is funny. So I'm actually separating the names here in this column to
Yeah.
do my VLOOKUP. So that's what half the equation is.
That I completely grasp. I understand VLOOKUP better than I do HLOOKUP. Just because of the way it flips things around, it confuses me.
Yeah.
So what were you about to say about you split the first and last names? You
Gosh.
about to say something about splitting up the names for VLOOKUP?
Actually, I didn't even use a VLOOKUP. Hold on. Okay. So what you can do actually, if you want,
Yeah.
build it right here. Let's see. How come I could have sworn I did a VLOOKUP for this? I feel like it's not showing everything. Jeez, that's crazy. I don't. All right. So if you want, we can make this more simple. We'll make it more simple. So come on over here to your, or here, just watch what I do here. You ready?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay. So you're gonna do a You're going to take all this data here, text to columns.
Tell you what, let me screen share mine. You will talk to me as I'm on my spreadsheet because I have the memory of a goldfish, and I'll watch you do it
Yeah,
in
no
5
worries.
seconds and I won't remember.
I'll just walk you through it. So go back to your
My
screen.
Hold on. I just stopped screen sharing. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So are you looking at my spreadsheet now?
Yeah. So go ahead and select the work location. That whole column.
All right.
Okay, and then go to data and then text to columns. Next, and then just do comma, no space. Okay, and then next, and then select the location. Your location, you're going to want to just put it next to the phone number. Right there. Enter. Enter.
Alexa, stop.
Now you're going to go and you can erase the two columns that have Idaho and the zip code in them. Don't go from the top though. 1 second, I'm getting a phone call.
Take your time.
I'm back.
Hello.
Okay, so you're going to do go back to sheet 1. So you're going to do a VLOOKUP right here. So equals VLOOKUP. So the lookup value is going to be Rexburg, comma, the table array is going to be Colorado Springs and Rexburg up there in the top right. Just do both those, so do H1 through I2. Yeah, and then lock that.
All right.
Cool. Comma 2, comma false. And parentheses.
Oh, it's parentheses, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now you can drag that down. That's going to give you the area code for each of the
The
things.
corresponding one. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take that and you're going to use a concatenate function to put the phone number together. So you can go to sheet 2 now. And then just do concatenate.
And this cell right here for phone number?
Correct. Yeah. So equals concatenate. There it is. Okay, and then you're going to go back to sheet 1. Actually, hold on. Before you do that, you're going to want to add the parentheses. So go ahead and hit or erase the sheet 1 H4. So you're going to do quotation mark, beginning parenthesis, quotation mark, comma. Then you're going to hit the you'll hit the area code, comma.
Am I going down or just the one?
Just the one, comma, parenthesis. Yeah, exactly. Quotation, parenthesis, comma. Actually, go next to that parenthesis and add a space on the back side of that parenthesis there. Right there, perfect. Comma, and then hit the phone number.
This one right here, right?
Yep. And then end parenthesis. Enter.
Right.
Boom.
Right, cool.
So now just drag that down.
You're the man.
You're not on the cell. You gotta go up one. There you go.
I meant to do that.
There you go. So now you got all your stuff right. So now you just gotta do the data, the make the Y. What was it? So the 10-year, yellow and green.
Yeah, how to do that. That's
so actually, let's go back to reading the instructions because I want to make sure I did this part right. Okay.
all right. Column C, last 4 digits social. Column B is hire date. Column E, calculate the number for years. Closest to decimal point for 10th of a year. Company as the date the Excel is being used. Create a formula sheet that automatically calculates today's date. Then if the employee has been in the company for 10 or more years, have the cell highlighted green automatically. And I know I just watched the video for that today.
Yeah, so this is just going to be a between, or no, it's not. Sorry, it's going to be a greater than and then a less than function.
I can't remember the function that does that.
So go to your thing, so I can see your where's the okay. So you're going to want to go to the other column E.
All right.
Highlight all of it. Then you're going to go to Home tab.
This is the part I'm forgetting. Okay.
So then you're going to go to, hold on one second, conditional formatting up to the right, or yeah, just straight up. And then you highlight cells greater than. So
We already got that selected, right? Yeah, okay.
So
Green, right?
Why is it? Yeah, there's something funny about it. That why didn't it give you the option to make the equation?
You mean what do you mean? You mean the step before the step? Right here?
Yeah. So actually hit cancel. hit the X button.
Okay, hold on. Just trying to figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
You can go to conditional formatting again. So highlight all that and then go to conditional formatting again and then go to more equations for highlighted cell rules. Go to more rules. There we go. So what you're going to do is where it says cell value there next to it, where it says greater than, go to greater than or equal to. Okay. And then next to it, just type 10. You don't need to click anything, just type 10. And actually, if you wanted to make it more like professional, complicated, you can actually put 10 somewhere in your Excel sheet and then select the 10 so that way it can, yeah, that way it'll update automatically when it's, but as of right now, you can leave it at 10 and then just go to the format so you can change the colors. Go ahead, just pick a random green and then make sure the font is good.
are we making the font white?
It doesn't matter. Why did I make mine? Mine's just black. But, okay. Now do the same thing, but do it with, instead you're going to do less than, and then less than 2. Is that right? Less than 2? Yeah, less than 2 years. So not 2 years, not less than or equal to, but just less than. So highlight, so rules, less than. And then just type in 2.
Oh.
You're fine. You can change it. 2 right there, yeah. Okay, and then go to format, make it yellow.
How do you change it to?
Yellow.
Yellow?
Yeah. Ugly old yellow. Okay. Okay. Perfect. There we go.
All right, let me go back to the instructions. All right.
So that was the end of 4. So now let's just read everything, make sure that we did everything properly.
All right. Columns A and B are last and first name. C is the only last 4 digits social security number. D is a higher date. E is to calculate the number of years. The closest decimal point, 10th of a year. 10 more years green. Less than 2 years yellow. Now column F. This cell should have either yes or no in the cell. If the employee has 10 years or more with the company, highlighted in column E, cell should be yellow. I'm sorry, this cell should have a Y. This means yes. And they're eligible for new retirement plan. If not, the cell should have an N, and they're not eligible for retirement plan. Okay, we already did that.
Yep.
Yeah, we got that. We got the Y's and the N's. All right. Now for number 6, column G. The insurance plan data needs to be numerical. Sheet 1 shows the insurance plan the employee has. Employee only, employee plus, family, spouse. That's the 1, 2, 3 key that we did on the top of the page.
Yep.
And we got that for column G, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, number 7, column H, I, and J. These cells need to be reflecting the work location by city, state, and zip code in separate columns. There was an error when data was originally created. Please replace all the cities and say Rexburg with Rexburg. We did that. Column K. Need the full phone number for each employee, including area code. Please add the appropriate code to the phone numbers. That was the 208 and the 1719. And we did that, right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. If I highlight this and freeze it, that'll be at the top, right?
I'm sorry, what was that?
If I highlight the top of my thing with the names of the columns.
So you're gonna just highlight row 2.
Highlight row 2. Now you see, look at this. I got the.
Yeah. Highlight row 2.
Row 2's got people's names and information in it.
Yeah, select row 2, all of row 2.
All right.
And then click view. And then go to freeze panes. And then just put freeze pane.
Why should I freeze the top row 2?
Watch.
Oh, okay. An option that said freeze top. Okay.
So let me just explain to you what you did. So in Excel, whenever you do like an insert function, it always does it to the cell above it or to the left of it.
Okay.
So if you want to freeze a certain row, then you need to select the row underneath it.
Now, if I had done this and I select freeze panes, there's an option here that says freeze top row. Wouldn't that do the same thing?
It would, only because it's in row 1. If it wasn't in row 1, then it wouldn't do the same thing. Does that make sense?
I'm looking. Right now I have row 3 highlighted. If I wrote freeze top row on right now, it would freeze 3.
No, it's going to freeze 1.
Okay. Well, that's what I want, right?
Yeah, but like I said, if it's not in row 1, if the data that you want it to freeze is not in row 1, then it's...
Oh, yeah, if it's not in row 1, I want to freeze the row right above the one I select, right?
Exactly. So, like, for instance, if you go to your raw data page, because it's not in row 1, you can't just do freeze top row, because if you freeze the top row, it's only going to do row 1. But
so
you got to do...
freeze this ride, select number 4.
Exactly.
All right. Now, would freezing the top 3 rows, including our little honor thing, would that be tampering with the honor thing?
No, because that's actually going to keep that visible the whole time. Okay. So watch. Go ahead and freeze above row 4. So select row 4, and then freeze. Go to freeze panes and just select freeze panes.
Okay.
So now if you scroll,
I got you. All right. Cool.
Okay, so that's it. And it says on there too. It says let's see, label 2. Where did it say?
But let's continue reading the instructions. We got as far as step number 8. Now step number 9.
Yeah, so we're in 9.
All the formulas used in the future reference and use. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All of the formulas that you use for future reference and use. Is that a typo? Is it like a cut-off sentence?
Let's see. Please keep all of the formulas that you use for future reference and use.
Okay.
So pretty much what it's saying is don't just have the values show up on your page 2, but instead have it so there's equations in there. So that way when you select it and drag it down, it automatically automatically fills everything up.
Okay. No, I didn't see this part. We gotta change the street name to data for upload for sheet 2.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see the sort name by alphabetically. There we go. See, this is why I needed you, John.
Well, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I helped. All right, label sheet 2 as data for upload, and sort the data by name alphabetically. All right. So how do I do that? That's the
So,
Do they mean by last name or first name? Do you think?
I'm gonna do last name then first name.
So I should select both columns. You think?
So you're actually gonna select all of your data.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So select it, yeah, all of it, and then go to home page. Go to your A to Z up to the right. There we go, and then do custom sort. And then you're gonna select last name. So yeah, column A. Or actually, go up to the top right where it says my data has headers. There we go. And then go to add a level. And then do first name. Perfect. Then hit OK.
So does
Cool.
last name first and then first name as they both? Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. So is there anything else we're forgetting? Now that's the project once you follow the guidelines. When you're finished, you file last save it with your
there was something in there that said like don't worry about it being professional because it's going to be for upload, but when you are finished, save the file. Upload. Where is it? Please know that you're required and that you are not allowed to use the information format described.
What are you talking about?
Apparently, I don't know. Maybe that was the exam. My bad. It might have been the exam.
And I can't ask you a question about the exam. I have to ask the teacher.
No, it's not the exam. I could have sworn it was this one.
Oh, let's read from the beginning then. Please watch the video. Thanks for your hard work. They provide information for each employee sheet. The attached spreadsheet, yada, yada, yada. However, the format is not correct for the upload. We need you to modify the data and some data so it will be uploaded properly. Sheet 2 of the spreadsheet needs to be created, set up format described below.
I don't know.
Please note that you are required to use cell formulas and text columns for all the steps. You're not allowed to simply type the data. Here's what you need for each column. Company has Excel being used. Calculation. Create a formula sheet 1 that automatically calculates today's date. Then the employee. Wait, did I miss something?
No, I think I'm just
Well, it's supposed to be highlighted
overthinking
in
it.
yellow. Okay, I see it's in yellow. Okay. Wait. What is that? Is that the only yellow one? Okay, no, it's under 2 years is yellow. All right.
I'm just overthinking it. you do need to make it look professional. That's the only thing. That's the last thing that you need to do is just make it look professional. So that way,
All right. I'm pretty confident. Thank you for your help, man. I'm glad we met.
yeah, no problem.
And
Just go ahead and send me that link and I'll
yeah.
be on
Alrighty,
my
man.
way.
So I
All
will
right.
talk to you Saturday morning still, right?
Do we have another mini project due this week, or was that the only one?
I think this is the one that's due Saturday. Oh, no, let me go back and read. Let me see. Hold on a second. We're on week 6, right? Yeah. That's an overviews. Assignment 16, assignment 17, mini project 9, course evaluation, and a reminder about the exam. Now, since the exam is due, is the exam due tonight or Saturday?
I don't know. That kind of confused me too, to be honest.
I hope it's due Saturday. I gotta finish. I haven't finished the last page. I haven't done yet.
Of the exam?
Right. The dashboard. I did the summary page, but not the dashboard.
Don't talk too much about it.
Yeah, I'm not giving you any details. I'm not helping you. I'm just telling you. All right. Anyway, so we did selected project nine. I don't think there's anything else this week. I think that's it.
Okay, so we don't need to worry about meeting. Yeah, so
you can
feel free
next week.
Yeah, feel free me if you want. We can get ahead on next week. That would be good. We can meet Saturday for next week's assignment. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to meet Saturday. I'm super ridiculously busy on Saturday. I forgot. I'm driving. I'm gonna be driving to San Diego, then I'm gonna be driving back and going to my best friend's daughter's birthday party, and doing a bunch of stuff. So this is actually good because I won't be able to meet on Saturday.
Alrighty.
I'll let you know if things change, but
where am I? I'm lost. There you are. All right, man. Well, then I guess I'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good. See you, John.
Take it easy.
Bye.
I'll send you the link right now.
All right, cool.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bye.